On the 28th of August, 206 days ago, someone sent me this, and I'd like to share it with you guys now. In the episode in the Purim story, when Bigson and Serge were planning on killing the king, and Mordechai Tzaddik overheard what they were planning, and he told it over to Esther, and Esther told it over to the king Achashverosh in Mordechai's name. And resulting from this was that Mordechai got rewarded, and Haman took him around the streets on the horse, and he got a lot of honor from this. The Gemara Megillah tells us that from this we see that someone says something in someone's name, Mevi Ge'ula La'olam. This brings redemption to the world. The question is though, this is a very nice part of the story. We see the Yad Hashem, how he turned things around. Was this really the pivotal moment? Was this really the point in the Megillah which brought about the Ge'ula? Just because Mordechai went on the horse and Haman took him around, was this so important? Is this the Mevi Ge'ula La'olam? So what proof does the Gemara have that if you say something in someone's name, in this case Esther said it in Mordechai's name, why was this a proof that this brings Ge'ula to the world? How was this episode so important? In order to answer this, let's dive into Gemara and Brachas. The Gemara and Brachas tells us that if someone davens for someone else and they're both in the same situation, the person who's davening for the other person will be answered first. Rabbi Yonasan Abishitz explains, how does this work? So you have to understand it like this. An example, if two people are in prison and one of them wants to help the other one to get out of prison, it's not going to help because they're locked in the same cell. They're in the same situation. He's not on the outside to get the other person out of prison. What he'll need to do is get out of prison. Once he's out of prison, he can work to get the person inside prison out of prison. When two people are locked in the same situation, in the same tzara, they can't really help each other out because they both are under the same decree. Hashem doesn't like a tefillah which doesn't work, a wasted tefillah. So what Hashem does is, the person who's davening, he'll answer him. He'll take him out of his decree. He'll take him out of that trouble, that problem. For example, he needs a shidduch. I can't ask for someone else to have a shidduch if I don't have a shidduch, because I'm under the same decree. So Hashem will help me find a shidduch. And when I'm in this situation now where I'm out of this decree, I can help the other person out, and that tefillah can work for the other person. So this is how it works. If you daven for someone else, you'll answer first, because Hashem wants to take you out of your situation in order for your tefillah to work, in order to help out the other person and free him from his situation as well. That's exactly what happened in the Purim story. The decree was in all the Yidden, including Mordechai Tzaddik. Every day we know that Mordechai Tzaddik outside the palace was davening that Klal Yisrael should have a redemption, they should get freed from this decree. But his tefillah was wasted because he was under the same decree, so he couldn't daven for Klal Yisrael because he was locked in the same prison as them. It was only until Esther said in Mordechai's name what he had done for the king by saving his life, which led him to be honored, being taken around town in fine clothes on the horse. Everyone saw, ooh, okay, this Mordechai Tzaddik guy, he is very close to the king. We can't kill him. This took Mordechai out of the decree. Once Mordechai was out of the decree, he was able to daven for Klal Yisrael. All those tefillahs which Mordechai Tzaddik had davened could finally work. He was taken out of the decree. He was out of the prison because everyone saw Mordechai was a respectful guy. Obviously, he's in a higher position. We're not going to kill him. Once he was in this situation, he was out of the prison, he could daven for Klal Yisrael, and all those tefillahs could work for Klal Yisrael. And this all came because Esther said it in the name of Mordechai. And that's how he got this reward. So we see clearly from the Purim story that if you say something in someone's name, it brings Ge'ula to the world. Because it was only because Esther said it in Mordechai's name, which took him out of the decree in order for the tefillahs to work. And because the tefillahs work, this is how Klal Yisrael got redeemed by the Purim story. And with this, we can understand why the Gemara and Megillah brings the proof of the concept of ha'omer davar b'shem amru mevi ge'ula la'olam. If someone says something in someone else's name, he brings redemption to the world, because it was that very point which was enabling Mordechai Tzaddik's tefillahs to be answered in order to save Klal Yisrael. So yes, this point in the Purim story is very pivotal, is very important. It was only because of this which led to the whole Ge'ula. You'll have a beautiful Shabbos and an amazing Purim.